Welcome back to Entertainment Talk. Today I'm here to do a spoiler-free review for the 2016 zombie film called Train to Busan. I'm your host Matthew, and let's go straight to our skip, don't skip rating. Of course, as you've already seen in the title, I'm going to give this a don't skip. Not only do I think you shouldn't skip this, I think this is a must-watch film. I think that whether you're a horror fan or if you just like good entertainment, that's also a category that this slips into, but if you like good horror films, if you like zombie films particularly, I think this is a really good one. So let me just read a small piece of this film. Train to Busan, I think that's how you say that word, is a 2016 South Korean action horror film directed by Yeon Sang-ho, and starring a bunch of different people as well. Gonna stick spoiler free for this. I just want to do this as a sort of short spoiler free review recommendation kind of thing and talk about why this film is so good, why you should watch it. And like I've said just a minute ago, if you like horror films, zombie films, or just good films in general, this fits all three of those categories. The film, I think, is paced really well. It comes in at 2 hours and 1 minute, or around about 2 hours, which is an average length for a film these days. I think it fits that really well. But what Train to Busan is best at is intense scenes, horror scenes, and then also in certain points of its film, switching between quite fast-paced zombie action, because these zombies are very quick in this. They're sort of ones that sprint and all that sort of thing. Obviously, if they break their arm or break their leg or whatever, they're obviously running a bit slower, but for the most part, they're sort of sprinting and whatnot. That creates some phenomenal set pieces that I haven't really seen before. Because, I mean, there's a difference, right? When you've got zombies that are like, well, walkers from The Walking Dead, that's a situation where, like, you don't want to get cornered. Okay, yeah, they're slow, they're fairly easy to take out, but you can still get caught out by those types of zombies. With these that are more sort of runner type of zombies, if one sees you, you've got to run. Whereas with a walker, like you have got a bit of time, but you don't want to like take too much time, and then if that zombie gathers another one, they gather a horde, and then they trap a particular area. So you've got a fundamental difference where with walkers, it's like a zonal kind of thing where like they're all mulling around or whatever in a particular zone, and you can't really get there. It's more difficult to get there. Whereas with these runner type of zombies in this film, it's more like, okay, one sees you and starts running after you. You got to grab, I don't know, your friends and family around you, and you've just got to run and find a place where you can lock yourself away from them. Whether you're locking yourself in a room or you are, I don't know, putting yourself on a particular vehicle. Hence the the train in this film, Train to Busan, is in the title, which is obviously a great idea as well. There's also the fact of like, okay, when these zombies are on the train in this film, which isn't a spoiler, that you have to lock yourself in between different cabins, and how do you get away with that, and how that kind of plays out and everything. One thing that this film also does really well, because I like because I consider myself a big zombie fan. I've not seen everything that's out there. I've still got to watch big films like Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. There's a bunch of other ones as well that I've got to see, but all in good time. What I like to see from different zombie films is, okay, so you've got the basic idea of a zombie, which usually is destroy the brain so that they stop coming after you. You can also have to where, like, okay, if you chop a zombie's legs off, they can still kind of crawl after you, but like it takes away from their mobility. And you've got other things as well, like, okay, can your zombies in your film climb? Can they run? Can they swim? Usually they can't, but sometimes maybe they can. Depends on the type of water, the level of water and whatnot. Can they, those sorts of things. Can they open doors? Can they smash things? And to avoid going into spoilers here, one kind of feature, I suppose, about these zombies is how light affects them in this film. When they introduce that in this film, I'm not going to say how or when or in what context, but there's a particular way that light affects these zombies, or these runner zombies or whatever. And I really, really like that idea. And the way they introduce it is very natural and a little bit lucky in a way. But you gotta kind of figure these things out, whether it's by luck or by accident or whatever. So that's really, really cool the way they do that. And yeah, I always look for them sorts of things of like, okay, are your zombies like blind maybe? Like, do you have Quiet Place type of monsters? Do you have like clickers from Last of Us, which are more sensitive to sound, but they can hear you? So it's essentially like, okay, you can walk right around them, but like if they hear you, they'll spot you. How do your zombies react to that in this film? And I do like what they do with the zombies here in Train to Busan. Outside of the zombies, I think these characters, I really connect with them quite well. Obviously, not everyone makes it out. Not everyone makes it out of this film alive. I thought some of the deaths were quite impactful. I'm not going to say who or what the situation is with those. So I think that's really good. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Donnie, and I host the Adulting with Donnie podcast. And this is not the show to listen to if you're trying to be a better adult. I started this podcast as a way to offload some thoughts that I have throughout the week. My topics vary widely every week. Movies I've seen, guns and gun control, sex, people that are stupid, why I don't care about celebrity opinions, TV shows, snowmobiling. The list goes on and on. I'm always taking topic suggestions from fans of the show too. So join me each week on Adulting with Donnie as I pour some bourbon and allow you to see the inner workings of the mind of a madman. Live free and rant hard.
I'm Christy.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are Killer Fun. We explore the intersection of crime and entertainment every other week.
For as long as people have been communicating, they have been talking about who did what to whom, and is that socially acceptable?
Because the boundaries of society,
crime,
and entertainment have always gone hand in hand.
The more salacious,
or weird,
the better. From books and movies
to television shows and games,
we look at how life and art imitate and inform one another.
And we can't get together and not laugh. So let's face it, there's going to be laughing.
Killer Fun is available anywhere you listen to podcasts, so join us.
Today's sponsor is Kualu. If you'd like to get started with a domain name and a website today, just click on the link in the show notes and that will take you over to Kualu to get started. They also have a live support chat system that you can use, which is in the bottom right hand corner. So get started with a new website and domain name today with Kualu. Hey everybody, if you would like to get the ad-free versions of all of our podcasts and support Entertainment Talk along the way, all you need to do is head over to patreon.com/entertainment talk. Sign up either as a creator or as a Patreon. There's no difference there. That's just the option for either becoming a creator now or just staying as a patron for the moment. And then all you need to do is support us at the $1 level tier. That will get you access to all of the ad-free podcasts that we've done in the past, and get you access to all the ad-free podcasts in that month as well. So it's a great way to support us on Entertainment Talk and to get rid of the ads and get your ad-free podcasts. You can also become a patron at the $3 level tier. That gets you access to ad-free podcasts and allows you to redeem a review of a TV show or a film of entirely your choice. That's one per month for either a TV show or a film review, which is at the $3 level tier. As always, thank you very much for listening. Back to the show. But overall, I definitely don't think you should skip this film. I think this is something really, really worth watching. Currently in the UK at least, it's available to rent on YouTube from £2.50. I got the Amazon rental for, I think it was £3 or £4.50 or something. So it's not an Amazon Prime film. You can rent like certain films off of Amazon. I'm assuming that's the same in the US and other countries, but it's available to rent currently on Amazon and on YouTube. I'm assuming YouTube is a rental as well. I can see it listed here. Watch now on YouTube from $2.99. I think that's more than worth that price. I mean, look, I would have easily seen this at the cinema if I had caught it at the right time. Obviously, this is a 4-year-old film, but I would have easily paid £8 or £10 or whatever to see this. However, much the price would have been. I think it's more than worth it. I don't think you should skip this film, like I said. Yeah, that's pretty much most of the things I wanna go through. I think the stakes that are set in this film are really good. I think the intensity, the gore, the general sort of horror. There's a few characters that find different ways of fighting zombies. 'Cause that's one thing I always like as well. Is like, okay, what weapon is everyone going to use? Is it going to be a pistol, a baseball bat, a crossbow? Some sort of way of fighting with fists. There's different ways that you can do that. Bit more risky, definitely. You know, if you're punching a zombie in the face, no matter what it's with, there's always a bit of a risk to that. But that's kind of present here as well. Yeah, all kinds of things, and like zombie, and like sort of fight tactics, like what are you going to hide behind, how are you going to kind of sneak around certain situations, because there's obviously, you know, scenes in this film where the zombies are kind of looking around for the survivors, but they haven't been alerted, so like, how do they get around that? I thought that was really good in this film as well. So there is a sequel. I don't know if I'm going to say this word right. It's called Train to Busan Presents Peninsula. Peninsula. I'm not sure how exactly you say that, but that's listed currently for 2020. We'll see if that actually comes out this year. But no, I just thought I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about a film in a genre I really like, horror, zombie stuff, mainly, you know, zombie more than horror, but I'm still a fan of both. And just wanted to put it out there in terms of recommendation. I don't think this is really a hidden gem necessarily. Now, in the UK, when it comes to subtitled films, some people are very much dismissive of them, and I've said, you know, in recent years about things like Parasite, the Oscar-winning film from this year, which is really good. You've got things like The Kingdom, the zombie Netflix TV show, which is really, really good as well. Just don't. I think if you kind of close your mind off a little bit and think like, okay, I'm not going to watch this because I'm going to have to read subtitles, you are going to miss out on some good stuff like Train to Busan, like The Kingdom, like Parasite, like lots of other foreign films and TV and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, usually for me anyway, when it comes to those sorts of things, if I've got the option to, I'll put the English dub on. That's what I did with The Kingdom. They didn't have the option for that on Amazon when I went to watch it, but I was fine with subtitles. And when I went to see Parasite earlier this year, when things were normal, I obviously watched subtitles on the big screen and that. So yeah, try not to be too dismissive of that, because you're going to miss out on some good stuff. But yeah, go and watch Train to Busan. It's really, really good. Train to Busan, however you say that name. Go and check it out. It's very, very good. I'm pretty much done with this review, but for those of you who have or haven't seen it, if you have seen it, what did you think? Let me know. If you haven't seen it, are you looking forward to watching it? When you do see it, hopefully you do, based off my recommendation. If you don't watch it, that's perfectly fine as well. But yeah, if you do or don't watch it, let me know what you think. Your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, whatever you have about this film or anything related to Entertainment Talk. Matthew at entertainmenttalk.org, Twitter eTalkUK, there's a contact page and information in your show notes. That's it. Thank you all very much for listening. You can find everything that we've got on entertainmenttalk.org. If you would like to support the podcast and Entertainment Talk, that will be really, really cool. We are on Patreon. You can have a look at the $1 and $3 level tiers. Amazon affiliate link, speaking of Amazon, if you want to give us support over there, we can get a small cut of what you spend. It won't cost you extra. iTunes feeds, please rate, review, subscribe to those, whether it's the films feed or the main Entertainment Talk feed. I'd recommend you subscribe to the main feed, because then you'll get all the episodes. You can please rate, review, subscribe to us over there. David is on iTunes as well through Geektown for your TV and film news, up-to-date and reliable TV and film news. Geektown.co.uk and Geektown Radio on Tuesdays. Have a look out for all that stuff as well. Speaking of horror stuff, perfect opportunity here. Barry is doing his horror podcast over on Talk and Stalk. I think he's doing a new episode some point this week, so have a look out for that. But there's a couple of episodes on there already to look out for. That's Talk and Stalk on YouTube if you search for that. Bex is streaming daily over on Twitch. She just did some really, really good stuff, by the way, with the Samaritans, with raising money for them as well. So really, really happy with what she's done over there. Really good stuff. But if you want to support her, which I'd recommend you to do so, you can find her on Twitch, Trista Bytes. That's Trista Bytes. Go and search for her on Twitch, follow her over there, get involved with all that awesome stuff over there. Word of mouth, if you want to tell people that you know about the website and your iTunes feeds or anybody else's content that I've just listed, you can do that. Also social media, share them on Facebook and Twitter, and if you can, in different Facebook groups. I'm streaming on Twitch as well. Usually at different times to Bex, but I'm streaming Ghost of Tsushima, the samurai game, and eventually I'll get back to my new game plus Philosophers Part 2. Let's Play Sundays is on a Let's Play Sundays, is on a hiatus at the moment, but there is 50 episodes for you available to go and look at, so have a look out for that. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.